Let's bring in former Reagan economist Art Laffer, who knows a thing or two about tax rates, 70% or otherwise. What would it do to the economy, Art, if we did indeed have a 70% tax on the super rich, on very high incomes?
Let me first just say welcome back, Stuart. It's lovely to have you back. And Ashley, you're wrong on the numbers on 312,000 last month. They revised back the last 2 months prior and raised it an additional 60,000. The real number is 372,000. So corrected. Now, right? If I can go back to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's a very bright, a refreshing breath of air in Congress. Goodness knows I'd like to see a lot of congressmen with that activity, that energy, that love of policy that she displays. It's just amazing. And what she said right there is exactly true as well. That's what a progressive tax system does. She's exactly right. What she doesn't understand is the damage it will do to the economy. You know, when you make work less attractive, people work less. And if I could get some time with her just to talk about economics off the record, I would love to do that and go through some of these ideas, because whenever we've raised tax rates on the rich, whenever we've done it, tax revenues from that 1%, that top 1%, have gone down, and that doesn't include all the peripheral taxes that go down as well. And as a bonus, we get a depression, a recession, or a slowdown in the economy. So she has her technical stuff right, but she's wrong as to what the consequences are. They aren't going to pay more if you raise taxes on them. They're going to figure out ways around the tax system. Got it.
All right, let's talk about the government shutdown. It's day 17. Now, you had a few shutdowns during the Reagan administration.
Yes, we did.
I think you did.
And Nixon as well, and all of them. Clinton.
This particular one, it doesn't seem to have had that big an impact on the economy. And then with 17 days in, now Kevin Hassett says that growth goes down by 0.1% for every 2 weeks the government shut down. That doesn't seem like much of an effect. What do you say, Art?
Well, I think it probably is larger than it really is. I mean, Kevin's a wonderful economist and really knows his stuff, and I'm a huge fan. But when I look at what's going on, it's rather straightforward to me. I mean, Trump stands for a wall, and Pelosi stands to stop that action. If we had this type of conflict for every time we found a government program that did or did not make sense, and by the way, Stuart, I am not an expert on constructing of walls. I know nothing about how to do it. But we have $705 billion units in total annual spending by governments. That means if we fought this much over each and every one of them, we would have a libertarian paradise in no time. There would be no government after a couple of years, and we'd all be in libertarian heaven.
It's pure politics. It's got nothing to do with economics or spending. It's pure politics.
Exactly. And let me just say that the earth they are scorching is their earth, too. They're not coming out looking better. Nancy Pelosi could stop this tomorrow morning and get government right back to work. But so could Donald Trump. What they've done is they've drawn a line in the sand where they're now doing this battle. And let me just say one thing about lines in the sand. They're easy to erase. And what you really want to do is just get off your high horses, Nancy Pelosi and Donald Trump. Donald Trump has promised this wall. She should give it to him. And then let's get on and discuss real issues coming up in this society and how government is spending and taxes.